So for the last 8 months, this crisis has been mismanaged in a way that no crisis in our recent history has ever been. But you know who did it? You know who's at fault? You know who we're blaming? You. Yesterday, New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo explained just how culpable you really are for this disaster.
We will make mistakes in life. We try not to, but we do. The key is to be strong and secure enough to admit your mistakes and admit your shortcomings. Don't get defensive. Denying the mistake only assures repeating the mistake. We have made mistakes during COVID. I wrote a book on the lessons to be learned from the COVID crisis.
Admit your mistakes, says the thinnest-skinned politician in American history, a man who is constitutionally incapable of admitting his own mistakes. Ask anyone who knows the governor of New York. Admit your mistakes? Self-awareness has died along with a lot of people in New York State. At the same time, Tony Fauci is telling us that masks may be necessary forever, even after we have a coronavirus vaccine. Jeanine Pirro is the host of Justice with Judge Jeanine. We're always happy to have her on the show. Judge, great to see you. Admit your mistakes, says the guy who killed more people than any other governor in the country. When will he admit his?
Well, you know, I love that he promoted his book on leadership as he talked about admitting his mistake. I'd like to promote my book right now. And the name of my book is Don't Lie to Me and Stop Trying to Steal Our Freedom. And that's just what he's doing. Look, when thousands of our parents and grandparents in nursing homes were infected by individuals who were sent back into nursing homes who were COVID infected, then that was, all of us knew, a death sentence for everyone in the nursing home. And for the governor to now say, you know, the key to leadership is to basically admit your mistakes, he hasn't admitted his yet, and I'll give you one better. It's called consciousness of guilt. Defendants use it a lot. It's when he got a law passed and signed that law to make sure that the healthcare officials and everyone at long-term care facilities and nursing homes could not be sued criminally or civilly for any of the mistakes that occurred during COVID. And that was a cover-up that got him $2 million from the healthcare industry for his election. But you see, the totalitarian impulse on the part of those on the left is very strong. And they are now using COVID as this prophylactic that prevents us from exercising our religious freedom, our freedom to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You can't tell someone who's got a business, we're going to shut you down for 2-3 months in the spring. And you know what? In the summer, you're just going to have to live with a protest. And too bad if the rest of you lost your business. And now we're going to shut you down for good. And the problem is they are so dictatorial and hypocritical that Nancy Pelosi walks into a salon with no mask, expecting to get her hair done. Lori Lightfoot, the same thing. She says, you know, I'm in government. I need to look good for my city. I mean, what nonsense is this when someone who's trying to run a salon with a mask goes to jail? The hypocrisy is not going to be tolerated for much longer. Americans need to be able to live, and the religious freedom is the worst. The discrimination and denial of equal protection when a Supreme Court Justice, Alito, comes out within the last week and talks about the fact that our religious freedoms are being denied under cover of COVID, then we know that we've got a problem. And they are using this to reimagine everything. Well, I'd like to use COVID to reimagine that this is the country that our founding fathers said we have the right to free speech, we have the right to freedom of religion.
That is exactly right. And as long as we put up with it, that's exactly how long it'll continue. Judge Jeanine, great to see you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.